Here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Everybody sing, hey, yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call.
What's up, y'all? Anime Rage here, and yeah, I'm back, and yeah, I know this is probably my longest break from YouTube, but I just felt like I really needed it. And so, yeah, I'm continuing part 2 of the What If Issei Was a Saiyan. And so, yeah, with that being said, let's get into the what if. And so, you know, back what I was saying, Issei gets a little bit of treatment because, you know, him fighting Master Ultra Instinct Gogeta. So, yeah, he's resting for a little bit. And, you know, with him getting beat that much, he get that Saiyan Zenkai boost. But, like, on a whole different level. And so, yeah. And, you know, Issei, he does some more training, and now he's about to fight Whis. Now, let me just show you how Issei looks like. Hold up. Yeah, I'm back. This is how Issei gonna look like. But just imagine his hair being black and his eyes black. And so, yeah, just keep in mind that's how he gonna look like. And so, yeah, you know, he's getting ready to fight Whis. You know, he's stretching. Whis knows he can't really hold back, even if his all will probably, like, I wouldn't say it'll destroy the whole world, but it'll destroy like a good percentage of it. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna say Whis is going at 75% when he's fighting Issei. And Issei, he ain't holding back. He's going Master Ultra Instinct, Kaioken times 1000, Juggernaut Drive. Yeah, he's powered up. And so, yeah. But that Zenkai boost he got from fighting Gogeta, yeah, he's pretty strong. And so, yeah, you know, Whis and Issei have a pretty good fight. And so, yeah, you can just imagine how would a fight between think of it if Beerus and Whis just decided to go at each other at full power. That's pretty much. But except, you know, Whis isn't going at full power. And so, yeah. And, you know, Whis, you know, he's still teaching Issei as he's fighting him, you know, ways to improve Master Ultra Instinct. And, yeah. And, you know, with Issei, it's a lot easier for him to not think when he's fighting, rather than Goku, who always really, you know, just thinks when he's fighting. But it's a lot easier for Issei simply due to the fact that he doesn't really think when he fights. He just fights. And, you know, when he's dodging, he doesn't really have to think about it. It just happens automatically. And so, yeah. And, you know, Whis and Issei, they've been fighting for like a good day now. And, you know, both of them on the ground, exhausted as hell. And, you know, Whis is like, alright, good job. And Issei's like, thanks. And so, yeah, you know, they're panting. And, you know, Goku and Vegeta, they're amazed. Like, Issei is the only person who ever got the closest to beating Whis, other than lower beers. But yeah. And so yeah. And so, Issei's training is done. And yeah. And he says thank you to all the people that helped him train and stuff. And Trunks come in. And he gives him a custom made sword. And Issei says thanks, This custom sword, let me just show you how it will look like. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. This is how the sword is gonna look like. Just think of it look like this, but a combination of this and Nimbus sword. And so yeah, let me just switch back. Wait, no. Yeah, this is how Issei's sword is gonna look like that Trunks gave him. And this sword has some very good magic seals on it. This sword can cancel out magic, it can absorb magic, it can reflect magic. And so yeah. And Issei, he says thanks to all of his friends. And yeah. And Whis taps his staff as he heads back home. Now, Issei in this, he's around 17 to 18 as in canon. But chronologically he's like 27. But hyperbolic time chamber doesn't really, it affects your progress, not exactly your body, I should say. Rather than that one time where Goku and Vegeta been in the hyperbolic time chamber for so long that they grew beards. So yeah. And Issei, he's back in his world. And his mom and dad hug him because he's been gone. Well, to them it's been like a couple of years, but to Issei it's been like like, let's say like at least 100 for Issei. At least that's how it felt like to him, because time moves, I would say, slower in the real world. Excuse me. And so yeah. And it's their parents hug him because they really missed him. And so yeah. And the parents say, Whis, why don't you come with us for dinner? And Whis just Whis wouldn't deny no food from anybody. And he's like, alright, sure. And he invites Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, Kid Trunks, Goten, Gohan, everybody. They help train him. They all have a pretty good feast. And yeah. Issei, he heads upstairs, take a shower, brush his teeth, go to bed, and I'm gonna time skip to the next day. And so yeah, it's the next day. And I'm saying this one, Issei, he is a bit perverted. A bit. But, not to the extent as he was in canon. Like, he wouldn't be that open to show how perverted he is unless he's dating somebody, which should be the right way. You should be doing it, but hey. And so yeah, his mom, dad, Whis, everyone, they wave him off as he's heading to school. He grabbed his sword, put on his school clothes. Actually, let me switch back to the other picture. Hold up. Alright, I'm back. This is what Issei's wearing. And so yeah, he's walking to school. First day there, all the girls staring at him. And Issei's like, huh, I ain't even talked to any one of these girls and they already like me. Alright. And he can sense their ki or magic, because, you know, magic works the same way as ki in this world. So he can sense their emotions and how they're feeling. And so, yeah. And, you know, Issei, you know, he's just chilling in school and stuff. And, you know, Issei, you know, he's just walking around a bit. And, you know, it's lunchtime, he's just walking around a bit. And, you know, he sees Ria's just staring at him through her window. She's not really saying anything. Like, Issei knows that she's not staring at him because she's disgusted with him or anything. It's just, you know, it's more of a curious stare. And so, you know, Issei, you know, does the only thing when someone is staring at you. He stares back. And, you know, she walks away from the window. And Issei's like, huh, that was weird. And, you know, Issei, you know, he's eating his lunch. And, you know, Rainer, is that how you say her name? Please let me say her name right. Please. Please. Rainer? I really hope I'm saying her name right. You know, the first antagonist, the fallen angel chick. And, you know, she greets herself saying, hi, I'm this and this and this. And, you know, she asks Issei, you want to go on a date with me? And, you know, Issei, you know, he's like, sure, bet. And, you know, they leave out. It's the end of school. They go on a date. And, you know, Rias, you know, she asks Akino, who is that boy? And Akino's like, oh, him? It's his first day here. And, you know, I heard he's quite the player with the ladies. Akino said as she licked her lips. And Rias is like, really? I should try to get him into my peer entourage. But let's see what will happen since that fallen angel is following after him. And, you know, Akino's like, alright. As, you know, we cut to Issei and Rainer. You know, they're having fun. And, you know, I'm gonna say they go on a bit more dates than in canon rather than just going on one. They go on a few. And, you know, she's contemplating with herself whether or not she wants to kill Issei or not, because, you know, she grown quite a liking to him. And so, yeah. And, you know, it's the whole fountain thing, and she decides she's gonna kill Issei, even though she's kind of sad about it. But hey, it is what it is. And so, yeah, you know, they're at the water fountain, and, you know, Issei, he already knows something's going up. And so, yeah, you know, Rainer, she says the whole same thing in canon. Like, will you die for me? And, you know, she turns into her fallen angel form. You know, Issei, he's like, 9 out of 10. That's literally all he says. 9 out of 10. And she's like, wait, you're not afraid of me? Issei's like, no, why would I be? And she's like, because I'm a fallen angel. And, you know, Issei's like, so? Did you at least enjoy the date we had? And, you know, she's like, yeah, I enjoyed the date. And Issei's like, okay then. So, I'm guessing you're going to try to kill me now? And, you know, she kind of pauses for a bit, like, do I really want to do this? But, you know, he's the Red Dragon Emperor and all, and so, yeah. And she's like, I have to, I don't have a choice. And, you know, Issei gives her the whole, everybody has a choice, but I guess you just chose this one. And so, you know, Issei, he gets into a fighting stance. And, you know, Rainer, she throws her light spear at him. And, you know, he deflects it off like it's nothing. And she's like, wait, what? And Issei's like, huh. So, you thought that you were just going to one-shot me, huh? Nah, that ain't going to happen. And, you know, Reiner, she's just trying to hit Issei, punching, kicking, but he's dodging them all. He's not in any form yet. He's just in his base form, just dodging everything that she's throwing at him. And she's starting to get a little pissed, saying like, "Stay still." And Issei's like, "All right." And she tries to go in for a punch, and at the last second, Issei uppercutted her, sending her flying in the air. And she's like, "Ugh, damn you!" As she's still trying to hit him, but he's dodging out the way. And yeah. And Issei, he's yawning like, "How about we get this over with, shall we?" She's like, "What?" And Issei, he dashes at her. And he moves super duper fast, which she can't see. And he just hit her like 17 times in her stomach, causing her to spit up saliva a bit. And Issei, he hit her with a couple of knees to the face and does a finish it with a backflip kick. Y'all know where I'm going with this. And Reiner, she's on the ground and she's like, "Damn it." And Issei, he has his back turned to her, and she's like, "Why can't I do anything?" And Issei, he charges up a soul punisher. And Reiner's like, "What is that?" And she's like, "Well, whatever it is, she can just sense the power coming off of it. It's way powerful than any light spirit she'll ever create." And so yeah, and Issei, he charges up the soul punisher ball, and it dissipates into like a bunch of sparkles. And she charges at him. And when she was about to swing at him, he throws it at her, and she kind of stops moving for a sec. And she's like, what's happening? And Issei's like, "Oh, I knew that you never really wanted to kill me. Otherwise, you would have done it already. But I knew you liked me, so I decided to give you, or how I call it, cleansing your soul." He says, as Reiner, she can still like use her fallen angel powers, but the whole like, it doesn't like explode and stuff. It just kind of like a whole light and sparkles just kind of like shine over her. And she's back in her school uniform again. And she's looking at Issei, and Issei's like, "So, how do you feel?" And she's tearing up, saying, "I'm sorry. I didn't really want to kill you, but my boss told me to look or watch over you." And Issei's like, "Your boss? So, who is your boss?" And she explains that her boss told her to watch after Issei because he is the Red Dragon Emperor. And he's just like, "Oh, you mean this?" As he shows off the red gauntlet. And she's like, "Wait, yeah, the boosted gear, but wait, so you're strong without it?" And he's just like, "Yeah, I'm strong with or without it." And she's like, "Damn, how strong are you?" And Issei, he chuckling a bit. And he's like, "So, how about we continue our date?" And she's like, "Really? After I just tried to kill you, you're still trying to continue in our date?" And Issei's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "All right." As they chill out. They do a couple of more fun things. And she go home. And Issei, he go home. He's like, "Huh. A girl tried to kill me, and now she's my girlfriend. What a crazy day," he says as he enters his room. And so yeah, I'm going to end it right there. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe, tell me what you think. I'm sorry for being gone for this long. And with that being said, I'm Anime Rage, and I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, I keep a tool on me if they got a screw loose. They messing with my big homie, they must be a damn fool. I buy me some jewelry, under pressure I stay round the clock, tongue fuller. Class clown back in high school. I'm in love with designers, fancy taste. Lay him down the recliner, stay in place. And you know I keep it rockin', got a 40 in my pocket. Niggas say that I'm the plug, and I ain't talking socket. For your love, run the race, cockpit I drive, detour out of space. Never been so high, used to feel in last place, but now I fly by. Dior on my way, pull the trigger, he's fried.